Okay, paper 1, question 1, solution, here we go. We're just going to insert a calculator page, and we can just enter in the first few terms of the sequence. We can say that term U1, so the first term of the sequence, if I press Control Template, is defined as equal to 25. I can say that U2 is defined as being equal to 5. I can say that U3 is defined as being equal to 1, and so on. Now, the first question asks for the common ratio, so the common ratio should be U2 divided by U1, and you can type them in just by pressing U2 and U1, or you can press var and it pulls up the variables you just defined already. So U2 divided by, press var, U1, and that gives us 1/5, and we can check that U3 divided by U2 is the same. So var U3 divided by var U2 is indeed 1/5. So we do indeed have a common ratio. Let's call it R. So I'm going to define R, Control Template, to be equal to, well, I could either use 1/5, or if I just press up again, I can pick one of those formulas, it'll evaluate it, and now R, if I press the var key, R now contains the value of 1/5. Okay, the first term of the sequence is 25, so we'll let A be defined as being equal to 25, like so. And so therefore the question says find the 10th term. Now we can just go ahead and type in the formula for the general nth term of a geometric series. S open brackets n close brackets, just saying that n's a parameter here, is defined as equal to, so that's Control Template, A multiplied by R to the power of n. And you'll notice that A and R here are bold. They are numbers which have got values which you've already established as a 1/5 and 25. So when I execute this formula, it doesn't do anything, it just defines the formula, and we can just check it works. I can do S of 1, and that should give me 25. It doesn't. Why is that? Because I've typed in the wrong formula. So I can just go back and change it to be n minus 1, so now it's the correct formula. So now when I do S of 1, it does work. It's always a nice check, and you just saw the worth of it doing there. S of 2 is 5, and so on and so forth. So S of 10 will be that. If you want it in decimal form, if you do S of 10 and put a decimal point in the question, it'll force a decimal answer, which doesn't look very nice. Maybe if you do S of 10 and then did Control Enter, that'll force it to be a decimal. Still not very nice. So if you want to see the full decimal expansion, we're going to have to change our settings for the numbers. So we can go up here and click on the cog and choose Document Settings. And the moment the display settings is float, what we could do is fix it to be a certain number of digits. Let's say float 8, and make that the default, and click OK. And we'll just execute that last command again, S of 10 as a decimal. Let's go back and do S of 10 decimal point, and we get that. So, you know, it looks as if there's no rounding happened when it gave us the 3 decimal places, or has it? Let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I went to 8, so that's fine. So giving a fractional answer should be fine. The decimal is there as well. So an expression for the nth term, well, if we just go back up and remind ourselves what the general formula for the nth term was, we could just replace A with whatever it was, which is 25. We could replace R with whatever it was, which would be 1/5, 1 divided by 5, and the formula would go ahead and look like that. So as it's displayed there, you have your general formula. And the sum for the infinite sequence, well, that's the formula A divided by 1 minus R. So S could be defined as being equal to, well, I've got S there as well as already in bold. So does that mean it's counted as a variable? No, it's counted as a function. So I'm going to define S to be a single variable, not the function S. So I'm just going to do S is defined as being equal to A divided by, open brackets, 1 minus R, close brackets. And it says the variable's protected. So I can't use S. So maybe a little bit of thinking ahead. Why don't we call it S infinity? S-inf should do the job. Defined as being equal to A divided by 1 minus R, close brackets, like so. I got 125 over 4. If I want to force that to be a decimal, I can just press Control Enter, and it'll re-execute the last command, and I get 31.25. So that solution there had a few accidental errors and a few deliberate errors in there. So you can see that whenever you're working in this environment, you should double check your progress every step. And we're done.